I was born in Detroit, so I was out there with my mother and my grandma. And the story goes that my grandma went to pick me up in my crib or cradle, and I was crying really bad. And they took me to the hospital, and the doctor said that my left arm was broken for about like 2 weeks. And that led to me going into the system.
I remember being in and out of the courthouse, different homes since I was pretty much like a toddler. From what I can recall, I think I was with my mom for a couple of years, but her living conditions, like she just couldn't afford to take care of us.
My mom died when I was 6, and that kind of opened an entirely different world than I anticipated to see. And obviously you don't have much expectations when you're 6, but other to be a kid. And I kind of had to grow up really fast. And it was one of those things where you either survive or you don't.
I was taken away due to neglect from my mother, who I was raised by. I'm from San Diego, California, so it was just a lot of violence at the time, and it was pretty much a chaotic upbringing, and so basically due to that I had to be removed from my home.
I was mentally, physically, emotionally, and sexually abused as a kid. I entered the system at 8 years old and was in and out of foster care. They put me on medication when I was 12.
Yeah, I've lost hope many times. There's been a lot of dark periods where it didn't seem like there was anything beyond what was in front of me. In some way, somehow, I was brought through each of those instances. Maybe it was a kind of deeper gear that I kicked into, or just, even one message from a friend can really change your day, your month, your life.
A lot of us kids, we don't have anybody to call.
I don't really have my childhood photos. They're somewhere at my grandma's, but people just take whatever and go through that stuff, so I don't know where they're at.
Dream a world where everything's gold, so money means nothing and you can't sell your soul.
There are over 400,000 foster youth in America, 40,000 in Los Angeles County alone.
I don't think people know the magnitude of what those numbers really look like, especially in LA County.
They have a dismal 58% high school graduation rate.
We've had youth in our program that's been to 18 different high schools. 18 different high schools? That's insane.
Over 40% end up in prison, homeless, or dead within 3 years of aging out of the system. The odds are stacked against them, moving from home to home an average of 5 times with nothing more than a plastic bag filled with their belongings, often victims of neglect, sexual, physical, and emotional abuse.
I know what the numbers say, and the numbers are not good. I think those numbers tell a pretty tough story.
Most agree there's something very wrong with the foster care system.
What Kids in the Spotlight does is to give young people a platform for their stories to be heard, to value those stories, and also to demonstrate to them that there are people who value their voices and who want to give them those opportunities to tell those stories.
It is a dynamic vessel for helping foster kids to grow, to prosper, and to teach them that they mean something, that their thoughts, their ideas mean something, that they are about something.
It helps kids who generally do feel invisible or marginalized to feel seen, just to have somebody say, we want to hear your story.
I went to this group home, and it was my first time ever being exposed to kids in foster care. And it was an all-girls group home. And that experience just really cracked my heart wide open and just sort of compelled me to want to do something to get involved.
My dad was, initially he was a caseworker in the foster care system. He had a different approach. He had a different perspective. And he started to work almost exclusively in trying to keep families together.
I can remember being in foster care as a child and just thinking that my dreams would never come true and that I would be in this situation forever.
Foster care in general is a bad scene. It's a very, in my estimation, very broken system. We have 35,000 or so estimated foster youth here in LA County. These kids did not ask to be in the foster system. They were removed from their nuclear families, as we all know, for reasons of neglect or abuse. And after that, it gets pretty tricky for those kids in the system.
I lived in quite a few homes. I was getting moved around from house to house with all my stuff in trash bags, which was making me feel like garbage, which was making me behave as garbage. And I kind of hated it because it was like you had no control over where you were. You had no control whatsoever.
Foster care is one of those experiences that I don't think anybody's prepared for, but you're thrust into.
You're at the mercy of some people that don't know you, that don't spend time with you. They barely know your middle name. And you start to realize that every house you go into, you're going in there because you're a paycheck.
I have personal lived experience in the foster care and juvenile justice systems. I was not neglected, I was not abused, but our systems are also used as a way to punish families for being poor, for being Black, and for being brown. Because I stole underwear for a 4-year-old from the store, I was deemed worthy of being criminalized and punished and sent to juvenile hall. And when there was no one there to pick me up from juvenile hall after being released, I was sent to foster care because it's profitable to institutionalize children and provide support.
I had a kind of wild experience. I went to a foster home and then I ended up in an academy. I ended up separating from my sister. I would think I was 14 years old. And that's when we got removed from the foster home because it was not a great foster home. Just being alone, I really just had to figure it out for myself.
It's traumatic being a foster youth. It can be the worst thing in the world. Occasionally you hear about there's reunification of nuclear families and they get back together and kids come in and out of the system and they get back with their nuclear family. But by and large, the stories are hair curling, and that level of trauma, it never leaves.
The first night is scary. I feel like the first night you can't really sleep. You're tossing and turning. You're figuring out what your parents think about you. And, do they hate you for saying the things that you said to the social workers?
I moved to over 30 different foster homes. My belief was nobody was ever taking photos of me in the first place. And then I did a one-woman show, and at one of the shows, a friend, Janice, showed up and handed me photos of myself when I attended the School of the Arts in San Francisco. I couldn't believe it. I had nothing.
My mother was incapable of caring for any of us. And the longest time I could remember, she had never sent a birthday card, wouldn't send calls. So I was taken away from home at around 6 years old, officially placed into the system through the courts, and 2 years after that.
I never lived anywhere longer than 2 years. It was always kind of like one of those, okay, you're done. You're done here, or we've done everything we can do. Sorry, we have the heart but not the means. Or we really had good intentions, but we can't keep you right now.
The very first placement I was in, there was no assessment, no diagnoses, no anything. It was just, you're brought to this place 2 times a day, you're lined up to take medication. There was just, even still into adulthood, the residuals of the neglect and feeling abandoned and not really having family or friends.
I feel like the foster care system is like a one-size-fits-all situation, and it's not like that. Everybody is not one-size-fits-all. We all come in different shapes, sizes, and we all have different types of needs. And I think it's upon those social workers, those frontline workers, to listen to those kids.
I can't even explain how hard it was growing up. I felt so different from others. I overthought every situation. Most of the time, I was just trying to find a sense of home.
2018, I'm homeless. I had to find a place to stay. I'm driving to Oregon to crash with a friend. I end up getting on my feet and working out in Oregon, but then the pandemic hits and all of this violence and stuff happens, and I'm again homeless and in my car driving from Oregon, trying to find places to stay. And then 2021, my little sister passed away, fentanyl overdose. My aunt passed away, another aunt passed away, my brother almost died. It was an extremely heavy year. And then I'm living in my car and I'm on the street trying to find a balance. But when the rubber hit the road and I really had nothing and I was starting to at least find gainful employment, Ty G was able to find some money within the budget to hire me as a contractor. Things began to shift to where I was gaining a sense of stability. I was gaining a bit more of a foundation. I was seeing where my support and my family were, and it didn't have anything to do with blood.
I can't imagine, my kids having to navigate through life with no support and no one to turn to.
The reality is when you have people who care, people who actually go out of their way to make sure that your dream and your creativity and your talent doesn't go to waste, then you feel like you can accomplish anything.
Foster care impacts all of us in society. How about we be solutions to what we see happening in the foster care system? And we can do that by teaching kids a skill. So when I see the list of jobs that are happening in the entertainment industry and the number of kids we have in foster care, we can bridge that gap. We can introduce these kids to those jobs.
Camera speed, slate, action.
Youth that live in foster homes, and particularly those that live in group homes, have no agency over their lives at all. They're told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and they have no choices that they make. Kids in the Spotlight brings them a choice.
This is Hollywood. If you're ever gonna do kids, this is the right city to do kids, right? I mean, we have industry mentors. Experts can play a role in this. What other city you can do kids in?
Guys, I cannot believe we're actually here. I am so grateful for all of you for showing up to celebrate with us today. We've been talking about launching this production studio with purpose for quite a long time. When people heard what we wanted to do, we were getting no. And they were hearing foster youth and just kind of creating narratives that, who knows where they got them from, but they were negative narratives of what might happen to their place. And so when you finally get that yes after having been told no, it is just a feeling that's almost indescribable. So when the mayor showed up for the ribbon cutting and when the Senator Menjiva sent her team for the ribbon cutting and Ty Burrell and our celebrity ambassadors, Zach King, who gave the first seed check for this place, came, it was just one of those things that I was like, wow, it is a village. People care.
I believe that if I didn't run into this organization in the time that I needed, I would have never built the characteristics of the individual that I need to be when it comes to going into the industry that I'm looking to go into.
My wife and I are foster parents, and we've been involved with this nonprofit called Kids in the Spotlight, which teaches foster youth how to be filmmakers. So I brought some of the students and the founder of the nonprofit to my studio, and they thought they were just getting a studio tour. But little did they know that we were gonna surprise them with a little gift. Actually, it's a pretty big surprise. We love what you're doing for foster youth in LA. We have a little gift for the charity, and hopefully it helps you out. We got $350,000.
We've been in existence for 13 years coming May. We have never gotten a grant in this amount before. I am so overwhelmed with gratitude.
It's been a long road, driving devotion, but I know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm strong enough. My dreams are coming closer, standing on your shoulders.
I went through this process of speaking life into myself, building confidence, telling myself that I wasn't ugly and stupid and a hoe and all these crazy things that people in the system would tell me. I decided to tell myself I was beautiful, I was smart, I was worthy, I was able, and I spoke so much life and confidence into myself that one day I started to believe it.
A home isn't always a house with bedrooms and a kitchen. A home can be a person, a place. Family can be church and a community. That's what the foster system has taught me.
Kids in the Spotlight is a godsend because it's new, and anything that's new, it doesn't have a box to fit into. And so it's constantly evolving, it's constantly growing, and we are able to reach youth, able to reach former foster like myself. We're able to reach like minds and community people as we expand.
We were very aware of what Taji and Kids in the Spotlight were doing and how they were also helping young folk and people who were aging out of the system. And so we began to give grants to Kids in the Spotlight about 15 years ago.
Not only was Kids in the Spotlight an amazing organization that not only shows up for former foster youth, but gives them a vehicle and an outlet and an opportunity to tell their story.
You know, a spot just opened up tomorrow night. You should see the crowds we get in here these days. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just. Hey, check this out. It's something I've been working on.
I missed that gift. Get back in the mix, get back, don't stop, live fast. That ain't me, no. Don't stop looking at the truth because you fear it. Don't be alone, the music's here for you in spirit.
Nah, I'm out of patience, wasted, stuck in faded patient, and my brain's deflated. Save your graces, I'm based in vacant paintings, made in vain. You trigger hate and anger when you say my name. Lost a good life, look like I'm out of love to give. And you just a kid, don't give up on your bucket list. So as for this life, I'll just fly right past the hindsight. Is my mind right? Don't remind me of divine times and my highlights. Sight black as night, wife and kid dead is all I see in my head. If you breathing, keep breathing. If you eating, keep eating. If you healthy, you wealthy. That's all I can believe in.
They don't get to, tell their stories. They don't get to be themselves. They don't get to grow into who they were, who I believe they were created to be. So allowing them that opportunity is just, it's huge.
I was in a time of my life where I was just kind of trying to figure out where do I want to go direction-wise. And out of nowhere comes this opportunity from my grandma who was like, hey, you should join Kids in the Spotlight. And I was like, no, because it sounded like a summer camp to me. Some in me was like, you know what, just humble yourself, try it out, do it. I was like, all right, you right. Like, I haven't really done anything. Let me just go try this out and see what it is. And then being on that set for the first short film for Rite of Passage, that time working with Grant Housley, our director, and being on set, it was life-changing. It really opened my eyes to the fact that I could really see myself doing this.
Did you find anything?
Kids has opened my eyes to the fact that I even have a talent for acting and put me on a platform for acting. I've been able to work job after job and got introduced to all these different people. One person in particular, Zach King, who brought me onto the set many times.
Eli, I have recently produced for NBC Universal a 30-second commercial for a program called Young Storytellers. My friend from church recently just hit me up and he was like, yo, you should come join this. I got a production going on for a Jordan shoot. And I was like, what? Jordan? Kids in the Spotlight it's a community that you just won't find most places. A community of people that actually care for your well-being and that want to actually see you go far and are just looking for people who want to be invested and want to actually give their all so that they can point you in the right direction to bring you to, where you want to be in life.
Can I do it for your young blood?
Let me get that necklace, please.
That's 800. She gonna love this one. Wait a minute. Amari, that you? Oh, look at you, boy. How your mama been?
Can I get a bag?
Don't move! Stay right there.
What are y'all doing? This wasn't the plan.
It is now. You want this to be your last job, right? This gonna set us up for life. Stop moving! Don't let this be your last thing!
Nah, this ain't it.
Stay the hell out the way then. Don't say I didn't try to do this, man. I knew you wasn't gonna press that button. Stop moving! What's that going on? He called 12. You good with it? He called 12. You good with it? Is you good with it? Nah, bro, let's fix it. Let's go!
They helped me build the confidence to pursue this career path, which is crazy. But they instilled this light in me that made me want to run towards my dreams rather than away.
You faced the fight all these years, waited for so long for the world to change.
I see foster youth flying and soaring and being successful in life, positive contributors, working, thriving, creating beautiful families, educated, living their best life, walking in purpose, undeniable and unapologetically.
Foster possibility. Foster I cannot have, I am. Foster self-efficacy. Foster self-permission. Foster agency. Foster possibility. Foster common humanity.
I see you, I feel you, I know what these hands are for.
Kids in the Spotlight is not just bringing foster care kids in and showing them, they're giving them hope. They're giving them confidence, and they're giving them the attitude that I can achieve anything. How I started is not how I'm going to finish. I will be the next best thing.
Welcome to our scripted screen orientation. For those of you guys that are new to Kids in the Spotlight, we just want to break down what you can expect over the next 10 weeks.
We have what's called a script to screen program. That's our flagship program. And so we take anywhere from 10 till about 15 youth and put them in a cohort together. We separate them into 2 different groups, and they go through 5 weeks of screenwriting where together they conceptualize a story and they work on a script.
For me, congrats on doing this, because there's a lot of people in this town that talk like the writers but never do it. So you guys did it.
So they're learning how to work as a team. They're learning what it's like to really be in a writer's room, to share ideas, to respect ideas, to consider ideas, and make it work for a short script.
We have many different sets that the kids can write their scripts around. And a lot of the sets are interactive. Like we have a hospital set that can turn into an interrogation room or a podcast room. We have a courtroom that can turn into a church or comedy club.
Then they transition into 3 weeks of acting where they really develop the characters that they wrote about. Then they go through casting sessions where they get to audition in front of each other for roles that they want to play in the film. And after that, we open it up for industry professionals to come and audition in front of the kids.
We're basically non-linearly.
Now we partner with industry professionals, industry directors, producers, to really bring these stories to life. So in the 10th week, this full production team comes and we shoot these kids' films.
We wanted to create an internship to inspire the next wave of creative talent.
Welcome to Picturehead Kids in the Spotlight.
Who better to do that with than Kids in the Spotlight?
What are you working on? Marvels.
Allowing these interns to look behind the curtain a little bit, it really opened their eyes.
I had no idea about the post-production process. I had no idea went into everything that goes into like trailers and things like that. So I've definitely learned so much and appreciate the people that do it as well.
Hi, one of our producers, and I will explain in detail what producers do.
We've learned about the different departments that are involved, confidentiality, security, and also getting to know about the people behind the whole process has been really nice.
You know, I think one of the biggest things about audio is we're trying to create this emotional response. In fact, that you can have an emotional association with the movie itself.
Interning here has been very, mind-blowing. You know, I've seen this all my life. All these different ads, and it's like, oh, someone's creating those, creating these one by ones and creating these, so it's exhilarating for sure.
When they left that, I could tell they go, whoa. They were kind of blown away that there were so many pieces. That's why I want to introduce a program like this, so someone can see themselves in all these different roles.
Color grading, how to try.
Yeah. Color grading.
There we go. Oh gosh, I'm scared.
To enter Hollywood, you need the tools. This is an incredibly technical industry that requires an enormous amount of information and education.
I've never thought about post-production, but now I will. Because it seems like, okay, this is something that I don't have to just be intimidated by. Like, I can do it too.
It looks to me like you guys have found the correct frame.
What's next? I think a single internship can make a difference in these kids. When you come from a background of foster care, any opportunity for you is the biggest opportunity for you.
What can we do to pursue more in our career and give ourselves better opportunities as well?
So I would say learn everything you can. Learn it all.
Seeing all that I've seen so far, I would definitely love to pursue this as a career.
This internship, it's just made me realize I could do this too. So that's pretty cool.
That's the way to do it. That's the way you guys are going to impress people, is get on the map and get in there.
Let's see what opportunities we can create for them.
The Center for Media and Design is a campus that is built of 20+ career education programs, and it is a culmination of programs that are related to design, media, technology, architecture, film, all under one roof. A lot of the students that we have coming here are students of color, and most of our students that come to Santa Monica College sometimes pass 2 or 3 other community colleges just to get here. It's hard to tell exactly how many of our students are foster youth, but we do have programs here at Santa Monica College that help to give them the support that they need. I think the Kids in the Spotlight program is really unique and it's amazing. I think that opportunities that they're giving to the students that they work with, second to none. And it's something that all students need. They need that early head start. They need that early intervention so that they can see what they can be. I am constantly amazed by the level of professionalism, the quality of the work, the quality of the dedication that the students have here. And seeing where they end up after they leave us, that's kind of the cherry on the top.
Today, we are actually in production for our very first Western, but not just any Western. It's like a blaxploitation Western. Think of like I'm an Itchy Sucker or anything Foxy Brown, stuff back then.
This has just been something that I fall in love with, like helping these kids, working with the kids in the system. They're just absolutely brilliant. They're such incredible minds, and every time I'm consistently blown away by their artistry and creativity.
You have a safe, protected environment to be able to really express what's happening in your world. And especially the work that they do with the younger kids, I think is very needed because you're creating community in art.
I know a lot of my friends that have joined Script to Screen, and they're becoming like really great people in the world, and they're doing big things, and that kind of inspired me to join in.
I gave you your money. Now give me what's mine.
And if I don't, shrimp lips.
Somebody call 911! So listen, why don't you get ready for group this evening, and I'll see you on this evening.
Hi, people. My name is Samaya James, and I'm your new cabin mate, but you can call me Sam. What are you guys' name?
I'm Honor. Royalty. That's Nevaeh.
No music. No music. No music. No music.
Are you the kicker?
Only on weekends.
Good, because you got a weak-ass arm there. Now y'all get back to work, all right?
You did catch the ball.
Earlier, you asked what made my opinion so special. Truth is, when I was a kid, I suffered from similar delusions. I know what it's like to believe something's real when it's not. But I also know how to make that belief go away.
That's not the real one. The picture, the one the sketch artist drew. It's not what he looks like. This, what he really looks like.
Most of what you see is in-kind support of industry professionals lending their talent and skills to bring these kids' stories to life.
These last few weeks and working with them just in their writer's room, I felt like I was in a real writer's room, you know, just the way that they would communicate with each other and contribute and bounce ideas back on top of each other. And I would throw something in to make it a little bit unique, and they would jump on it and incorporate it and make it better.
I think you guys have something really cool here. Just a couple things to think about. Some of them nitpicky and some of them a little bit bigger.
I think so many times in media, we aren't given the opportunity to tell our own stories. And that's really difficult. And you start to look at other things in media and you're like, wow, this story is about foster kids. I wonder how many foster kids are employed on that set.
I've been in real writers' rooms and seeing just how talented these kids are with, no experience and being so young. It just illustrates just how incredibly talented they are.
I'm Brian Noel, and I made Whatever It Takes. Whatever It Takes is about a young girl and a group of friends who are really eager to make it into the industry, and they're willing to do whatever it takes, like make videos, just constantly just posting on social media.
Guys, it's already got 3,000 views.
End up making a really cool video that actually gets a big wave of views. This guy named King D ends up seeing it, and in this world, King D is like the big major dude that everybody wants to be around.
Guys, King D just invited me to a party.
All of us?
Yeah, Kayla, you can drive, right?
It's basically a story about, are you willing to do whatever it takes to become famous, and the price of fame is not always what you may think.
No, Disney.
A film was Bully, and I wrote and I acted in it, and it was about a kid named Mike in high school, and prom was coming up. He wanted to ask his crush out, but was too nervous. He comes up with a creative idea of drawing a prom proposal. Unfortunately, his bully catches on and steals his prom proposal. The moral of the story is have confidence in yourself and your artwork, and also forgive yourself for something that happened in the past. I came in the program nervous, not outgoing, and I was shy a lot of the time, and I didn't speak my thoughts on any projects. And as the time went on, I slowly got out of my comfort zone, and I came up with good ideas for writing. They helped me out in so many ways I lost count.
My name is Brooklyn Rain. The film that I worked on is called Unconditional.
I'm going to take that blindfold off.
Unconditional is about a young kid who's trying to get out the game of scamming, and he finds out that the only unconditional love that he has is with his mother.
Smell, what you think? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. It talks about relationships when it comes to friends and people that's close to you. Our friends may be closer than our family at the time, and sometimes it just takes a little bit of a wake-up call to realize that you have other people in your corner that is actual family.
Where did you get the money for this? What you mean? Don't play dumb with me, Amari. Where did you get the money to pay for this?
It was eye-opening, I would say. Made me realize my relationship with my mother and made me appreciate her a little bit more.
In my time as a foster youth, I was put in a lot of positions where it was like always testing your morals to kind of get to a place that would seem more ideal in a sense. It did bring up some past trauma.
What's good, bro?
It also helped me get past it by being able to, bring it to the screen.
They say money can't buy you happiness? Sure. I'm happy as a mug right now.
But 12 been cracking down on scammers.
What I love about Script to Screen is the experience. It's always exciting to make a new project and collaborate and meet new people and meet new creatives and learn different stories and learn how to tell different stories.
Every aspect of what filmmaking is, kids actually got to show me that, and I got to be a part of it hands-on, which was something that you don't usually truly get. It's something that's left a mark on me, and it's gonna always, be a big impact in my life.
Shout out to Kids in the Spotlight. I love you guys. They're like a family to me.
We're gonna take this as far as I could go.
That's how the 10-week program works. And we do that multiple times throughout the year. And at the end of the year, it culminates in the annual Kids Film Awards, which is our version of the Academy Awards.
We love Taiji Charity.
And myself, as a former foster child myself, I loved and understood her vision and couldn't help but want to be a part of that.
I think we were at church still when she asked us to be a part of it, and we both just said yes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 13th Annual Kids in the Spotlight Awards.
Kids in the Spotlight was predicated on the idea we want to expose these youngsters to something that they would probably have no other way to be a part of, which is filmmaking, which is storytelling, which is telling their story.
The main thing is the kids' films. That's what we're there to showcase, their films, their stories, and make sure that we're able to highlight that and celebrate all the work that they put into it.
Foster care is not my whole story. It's only part of my story, and Kids in the Spotlight allows me to tell my story my way.
When you remember that we're talking about the work of 12 to 17-year-olds, that's truly remarkable. You know, these are 12 to 17-year-old filmmakers.
The nominees in this 18 to 24-year-old category are more than ready for both the big screen and beyond.
As Taiji just said, the bar just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. My hat's off to all of you.
There's so much heart. Yes. Sometimes we have some of these youngsters who their biological parents and siblings will come and get to see what they've done. Mm-hmm. And there have been reunions of families in that audience. Absolutely. On show day. It's not just an award show. It truly is a gathering of community.
You get them all together, dressed up, limos, hair, makeup, and then red blue carpet, having them receive their awards, receive their accolades, talk with their cohort, and seeing that they are now inducted into this family of the, entertainment industry. That's one of the best parts for me because it's the highest of highs.
It's rewarding to see the community of professional actors and musicians and councilmen, politicians come in here to see these movies and just the unbelievable jobs that the kids do.
Each of these young nominees deserves a win, but there can only be one. Only one best of the best.
I just want to thank everyone for watching this and for enjoying the films, and I don't even know what to say. I'm just very happy.
You have kids who, for the first time, they have expressed their story or told their story or even a part of their story, and they're watching it on screen. So it's an award show in one aspect, but like Tife said, it's about community. And for some kids, you can see it's therapy, it's validation, it's love.
Thank you to the people of Kids in Spotlight, and I hope you have a great evening. Thank you.
We are shooting our 100th short film
of Kids in the Spotlight. We partner with organizations like Inner City Arts. They pay for our program. We have board members who are, fundraisers for the organization as well as contributors for the organization. If we were paying for all of this would cost us probably $100,000. When you look around and see the costumes and you see the level of talent, it's a short film, but it would cost us somewhere around probably $150,000 to be exact. But of course, we don't have that kind of budget. But the industry shows up. This is their way of paying it forward for these amazing young people. And some costs you just cannot kind of go around, but we've been really, really blessed to have industry professionals to partner with us and to use our organization as an opportunity for them to pay it forward
to the next generation of filmmakers and young storytellers.
You are looking at the Congress of the Gods. We have Papa Legba, Yemaya, Oshun. These are African deities from African traditional religious system. So we're excited about this. In Karasan, no one else would have been able to do this.
I am enjoying the Kids in the Spotlight because I have been working with kids and met Taijis 9 years ago.
As a licensed foster parent myself, I know that there is a need for the arts to be a part of these children's lives.
Kids in the Spotlight, ever since, I joined the program, they have been open arms.
And one of the things that we are really about is creating career opportunities for our youth. It goes beyond the script-to-screen program.
If I want to create a project such as my Tabery, for instance, then, I can do it. And I think that's the most important part when you're building a system like this. Thank you to Kids in the Spotlight for hosting this space. You guys About a year ago, a year and a half, I developed an idea called Mad City. You know, I was just a 16-year-old kid sitting in my room watching visionaries like John Singleton. I just realized at a young age I have to tell stories. I have to go out and do it on my own because I realized nobody's gonna be able to tell those stories for me.
Interior hospital, neonatal intensive care unit.
Sirens, helicopters hovering overhead, a few crackheads shuffle by, stumbling in and out of the shadows.
If you have a vision, if you have a purpose and you know it, or if you even don't, like, figure that out. And when you figure out your purpose, everything falls in line because you realize what you need to do to get to the next level of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. I just want to thank you guys because none of this will be possible without not only Kids in the Spotlight, but your support. Nobody's gonna create that path for you. You have to create it for yourself, so just do it.
I recently had the opportunity to become a director mentor for kids. And I jumped on it because when I went to the awards last year, I just felt the energy in the room and I fell in love with what they're creating and the opportunity that they're bringing to foster youth. The moment that I met them at one of the table reads, it was the first table read that they had, and I immediately fell in love with not only one of their scripts, White Noise, but I fell in love with these kids and I was instantly hooked. It's about a young girl who's a depressed teen who has struggles at home and at school, and she uses her headphones to drown out that noise. The headphones belong to her brother who died in a car accident. It was a challenge for her to learn how to let go of those headphones and find joy in her life again. These kids have so much talent and they have stories to tell. All they need is somebody that can just help them get their stories out. And I just felt like I was able to do that. When you bring these characters to life, you have to dig deep into what these characters want and feel and need. And I think as far as storytelling, I think that the kids learned to dig deep into themselves and understand their characters on a much deeper level so that they could bring that to the performance. When we were racing against the clock to shoot the last scene, we literally had maybe 2 minutes to get this shot. And they nailed it because they understood what they needed to express emotionally. They also brought something else that was from the heart. And I think that that's something that we'll feel when we watch the film. It's important to give back, and I see everyone there doing that. There's so much love in this organization. I just felt like I wanted to be a part of it.
Sarah has allowed me so graciously to come on and co-direct with her since she's been out of town, and I've been able to step in and help a little bit more. When Sarah was telling me that it was all about someone struggling with grief, and like you kind of don't really find that out till later on, but kind of putting these headphones on to escape the world due to the loss of a brother. Because I had just recently lost my brother, I felt really called to work on the piece. I always heal through my art, and it felt like it was an opportunity for me to continue to like heal from that experience. Learning about kids and who they were as an organization and a community, and coming on board to offer expertise and guidance, but really staying true to their story and how they wanted to do things, and making sure that they felt really a part and invested in everything that was going on. I wasn't expecting it to be such a majorly massive community, but it was, and it was really fun due to that. There were so many different people and avenues to work with. I loved how well they spoke their mind and how much they cared about being a part of the project. Especially like even on set, how emotional some of the kids were that it was all over. I was like, oh. It was just really a joy to see them create art where they're at. It was just so fun to be able to like feel like I had some nuggets to give and help them, and to see how exciting it was for them. And I'm so excited to see like where they go on their journey as artists after this experience. It's really exciting to be a part of this stage in their journey.
I got involved with Kids in the Spotlight it's been about 9 years. I had done 8 to 9 projects. I went to a couple of the kids' awards, and Taiji Charity offered me to come in and do one. I started to realize that her mission was to kids in the spotlight, right? And it wasn't just about shooting a short film. It was about putting them in the spotlight. It's about giving them opportunities. I've been here from almost a decade to see the growth that the foundation itself has grown to. My favorite film overall, not only just because I did it, but the story and everything about it, is Rites of Passage, which I did a couple years ago.
Dang, he punked you. Lil bro got heart.
I felt like the story that they had written had so many other levels that we could touch on, and I wanted to see if they could get there.
So, all I need is your signatures here and here.
You ready?
That particular film touches on the true basis of what family is. It touches on trauma. It has a mass school shooting, which is something that this generation has dealt with. And to see them write something of that nature, I thought was important. It's normally people of ours that write their stories, but this time they wrote it, and they wrote it from their perspective.
Watch out.
It is a story of true love. It is a story of what is brotherhood, what is family, what is sisterhood, what is relationship, and what is love. At the end of the day, it's a story about love. They find an openness here that I'm not sure where else they'll find it. Again, coming from where they come from, dealing with the things that they deal with, I don't know if there's a lot of places that open their doors to them and allow them to sort of be themselves. And the only thing that's asked is to just try. At the end of the day, we're all storytellers. We all have a beginning, we all have a middle, and we all have an end. We all face that one day, and they deserve a shot to live their beginning, middle, end. And I think Kids in the Spotlight provides that opportunity.
For the tears you tried to hide, for the heartache in your smile, for the fears you don't confide. As the world gets heavy, but you try to keep it light. I see your soul breaking underneath the surface. You feel alone, trying to make sense of the silence. This one's for you, when you feel you have no power. This one's for you, in the darkest of these hours. This one's for you, when you feel you have no power. This one's for you, in the darkest of these hours. This one's for you, when you need someone to tell you we shall overcome. For you, this is your victory sign. Rise like the sun till the victory is won. Rise like the sun. Oh, we gotta rise like the sun till the victory is won. Rise like the sun.
Good morning.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my dear sweet mommy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sweetie.
I almost started crying.
Oh, how's my daughter?
I'm well.
When people hear about the foster care system, it's overwhelming, and they'll often just shut down. Like, oh, I can't fix this, I can't get involved. But everybody can participate. It's one-to-one. One caring person can make such a huge difference on these young people's lives. And I think the first step is just realizing, like, this is an issue you care about, and there are plenty of us out there who can help guide you.
What we're doing is actually breaking the cycle of foster care. It's creating young people who are empowered to make their lives the way they want them to be.
Kids in the Spotlight is one where you get to touch the equipment, you get to shoot, you get to edit, you get to write, you get to create. You want to do the craft. Even if that doesn't become your career, the skill set, the camaraderie, the togetherness, the doing something positive, the investing in yourself goes a long way.
I have met a lot of the kids. I think they're all special. I see this hunger in their eyes to be great, to do great things, and I know they will do great things because they have this program behind them, supporting them and giving them everything they need to not only just work in their craft, but also be an example for other kids who are going through foster care crises or who are experiencing some homelessness or some other situations that's keeping them from achieving their dreams.
I believe that kids need a community, a safe community, somewhere where they can be themselves, not be judged based on the world's standards.
You have not only a group of people that just want to see these kids succeed, but you also have each other. And sometimes that community can really be the difference in somebody's survival.
The young people they intersect with are getting an example of what it is to be met with the heart and soul of emotional goodness.
Our youth go from having despair, having no vision for a future, having no hope from a future, to having thriving careers in the entertainment industry and really feeling like they have agency over their life.
It's a place that changes lives. It's a place that I never thought would even ever existed in life. It's something that you always wish for and just think like, I really hope there's something out there that's like this.
There are a lot of different ways to uplift our society, and empowering foster youth is one way.
We change the lives of everyone who's involved in Kids in the Spotlight.
I'm not after what's ordinary, and there is nothing ordinary about Taiji. Taiji is extraordinary, and she is a rare individual.
Not only did Taiji make a huge commitment to keep going and build this studio, but she made sure these kids have access to some of the best industry leaders that we have.
A group of kids that we worked with a couple years ago did a film called Burnt Feathers, Broken Wings. And they asked one simple question: how does society expect us to fly with burnt feathers and broken wings? So what I see us as restorers of those burnt feathers and broken wings.
What my future will look like is stable, fruitful, and I feel like I'm just gonna accomplish everything that I want to do.
I'm a supporter of Kids in the Spotlight, and when I heard about it, I thought how great we can have some of the kids from Kids on the Peace and Love Day. That's how it started, and I send them all peace and love. You can't feel what they're feeling because I never lived that way. But I am glad the second part of the emotion is that someone is helping them, and that's a great thing, and I wish all those people helping them peace and love, and all the kids peace and love.